Hey guys, checking back in after a while. I'm just leaving work, figured, remember that video I made that was like 2 hours long of me driving around town rambling? It has like 12,000 views. Oh frick, I just went the wrong way, see? Already distracted driving. Anyway, so I'm like, you know what, I might do another one. What I want to talk about just briefly on my drive home. Let me just go ahead and check for traffic. We're good. Easy, girl. The Benz has been good. Nothing really has changed. I did get a new mod. Pretty jacked about this one. I was going to keep it under wraps and do an Instagram reveal, but I got an awesome rock trip that didn't crack my windshield, which has been sick because it's the factory windshield. So if you're a weirdo like I am, that irritates you because the factory windshield has the blue UV tint, and the blue tint is like baller, and so I gotta get that fixed, but I'm gonna wait till we get a little further into the good weather to do it. Also, side pro tip, if you've got one of these things, go insure it through Haggerty, dude. I pay $60 a month to insure this car fully through Haggerty, and you go into Haggerty, you tell them what the car's worth, and it's guaranteed value. So, like I learned from the last time, when the last car got hit and totaled, and I had to fight with Progressive to get still disrespected at what that car was worth. Now, this car is insured at $35,000. If it gets hit, Haggerty gives me a check for $35,000, and we'll go for E55 number 3, which hopefully that never happens because I really like this car, and I'm getting tired of trying to find E55s. So yeah, pro tip. Go to Haggerty, and you can do it all online. It's super easy. It's dirt cheap. Saved me a mountain of money insuring this thing through there. Next topic, briefly. I got a bone to pick with what I see on social media these days. I don't know if anybody else, this stuff pops up in their feeds, but I'm so tired of every 2 jabronis having some sort of podcast and just talking, just like... And I realize that I'm one of these idiots that's on the internet right now, but like, since anybody can just post directly to the internet, like, man alive, dude. I see these podcasts, these 2 morons are talking about that their GTRs will outrun Kozignegs and Bugattis, and bro, Hellcats are... It's like, A, shut up, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. And maybe I'm being boomery. I've talked about it. I'm getting old now. But I wish you could see this. There's the most riced out Corvette in front of me right now. Wow. That's one way to do it. And these guys go on and on and on, and it's so out of touch. It is so elitist, and it is so delusioned. Like, and I know that everybody on the internet is fake, and that all this stuff is made up, and these guys probably don't. We might end up having to mess with this Corvette because this guy is a little too cool for school. And I hate it, man. And I hate to be this guy, but I just hate the generation. I call them the Forza Horizon generation of car enthusiasts out there, where these dudes are just... It's all about clout chasing, and it's all about, the dyno numbers and who tuned the car and what car it is and how much trash you can talk about another car. And listen, man, I'm all for trash talking stuff. Like, that's the basis of being a car enthusiast. But like I've said in other videos, the further we get into this electric car, turbo hybrid, just garbage pail of cars, the more I'm just easing up on my hate of anything. Like, honestly, if it's gas powered and cool and well built, like, high five. You know what I mean? I used to hate on Camaros and all that type of stuff, but you know what, bro? Good on you, man. Like, it's not like Ford, Chevy, Benz, Beamer. Like, we've all seen the memes. Like, those days are gone. It's us against everybody wanting to kill enthusiast cars. And we all need to just put down our swords and be like, listen, bro, there's more than one way to slice a cake. I'm pretty sure I just made that up. I've never heard that before. It just came to me. But let's just be all homies and just be against guys trying to take our everything away from us. Like, and I feel like this Forza Horizon generation of these idiots that just get on these podcasts and like, it's bad for everything. Like, you're just pushing any young guy who's pinching pennies together to get into his car that because he can't buy a GTR and then max out all of his credit cards or use his dad's money, which is probably what's going on, and that he doesn't have a 1400 horsepower GTR, that he's nothing. Like, no, man. I'll be the first guy to tell you, like, A, that's all fake. And yeah, even if those cars have 1400 horsepower, there's always something faster. And you know what, man? Running highway rolls in Texas once a year isn't that cool. Okay? Do you, and be real. Like the one I just saw the other day. I think I saw it actually today at lunch. I'm going through Instagram, and these guys are like, what's the most overrated car right now? And the other jabroni's like, oh, definitely the new GT3 RS, dude. It's so slow. Like my buddy's Viper totally. I'm like, it ran like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think either a 7 flat or like a high 6 time around the Nürburgring. That car is anything but slow. And if you don't know, like, if that's a fast time in the Nürburgring or not, it's very, 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 very fast. Like, that's, most production cars run mid 8 minutes. Like a Z06 run, like a C6 Z06 runs like a mid 7. So if you have something that's got a 6 in its Nürburgring lap time, that is a lightning fast car. And that's what I don't understand, is like, not everything is about roll racing. Like, to me, that's just the most laziest. And that's why I say this is the Forza Horizon generation. All these morons want to just go and race up and down a freeway, and they're car builders and they're tuners and they're, no, man, you guys are. I'm just gonna say it. It takes no skill or knowledge to take a twin turbo platform car with all-wheel drive and to add turbos and tuning and throw a bunch of money at it and make it go fast. That's not hard, bro. It's not hard at all. You know what's hard is what we did back in the old days with single cam Civics and B-Series Civics and all the things we had to do to get those cars to run 12-second quarter miles and to keep up with Mustangs and Camaros. That was working, dude. Like, these kids have it easy now. Like, mommy and daddy will go buy them a Dark Horse Mustang or a Charger, and they all have 500 horse, and they just don't know any better. Like, and that's where I think this odd, skewed reality of what it is to be a car enthusiast has become, and that's why I hate it. And that's what, like, I like a lot about social media, because I can connect with other people that are like-minded, and whatever the subject may be, right? Like, you like old Mercedes, I like old Mercedes, like, let's be friends, homie. You know what I mean? But to get on there and try to clout chase, I don't even know what it is, honestly. I don't know half the slang anymore because I'm just old. But don't be that guy, man. I'm going to end that rant there. Other news on the E55. This car's pretty well set up, dude. Like, there's not really much to do on it. I'm tossing around exhaust setup. I'm really picky on exhaust sound. I've always been that way. I'm a weird dude, and the car has to sound a specific way to me, and if I can't get it, it just drives me nuts, right? And these cars in particular, in my opinion, are very hard to get to sound good because they're a very low compression engine, because they're supercharged, and so they don't have, there's a reason all the M156 cars sound so good, right? It's a 12-to-1 motor. It's high compression. Those engines scream naturally. This thing is not like that. These things are nuclear power plants, man. It makes all the power it wants down low. It don't need to spin to make noise. And even when you do spin them, they just, to me, they don't have tone, and they've got the bassy part, which I like, but they don't, you know what I mean? And yes, everybody does C63 mufflers, and that is a very good combo, and that's why everyone does it. But I'm sorry, man, I'm not paying $800 for a set of 15-year-old mufflers off a C-Class. Like, I just can't do it. So my last car had the Fabergé catback, which was like one of the last ones around. And of course, it got messed up when the car got yeeted. And I love the way that car sounded so good for like the 2 weeks it was together before it died. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here on this car. The one thing I like about it is, like, right now it's quiet. You never know what's going on under there. But, so we'll see. Still got the rays on it. Probably never going to get rid of those. I do want to have a more Euro style setup, because as much as I love the JDM look, I'm also an Euro guy, and I want a Euro look. Something step lip, something cool. I think I'm going to redo the carbon on this car. The front lip is just beat to death. Part of that's my fault. The side splitters just personally aren't installed far enough out as they were on my last car. So I might redo the carbon. I want to do something cool with the rear diffuser that hasn't been done before, but doesn't look like super eBayed up. So I've got some ideas for that. So if anything happens to this car, it's going to be very superficial. I'm not going to add any more power. And wow, it does not need any power, that's for sure. It does need to get retuned. The DTK tune is fine and dandy. It's got some weird spots in it, and it's all torque management. And some of it's probably good because this car hits like a hammer, and you can feel it pulled away and then give it back. And every now and then I have a dead spot in the pedal. It's all tuning related. I do need to get off my butt and get a TJ Mary MK Ultra TCM in here. The DTK tune it's there. And I have agility mode, which I basically run in agility mode all the time. And that's a lot better, but I know I need to get the MK Ultra tune. And I want to get it retuned. There's a guy up north that's got a 10-second E55, and I want to be tuned by that guy, his tuner, because that car rips. That's about it, man. It's been pretty chill. It's what happens when you buy a well-sorted car. It doesn't just kick you in the weenus every other day. You just get to enjoy it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm almost home. I have a short drive to and from work, and it was wide open today. So yeah, hope everyone's doing good. If you're looking at an E55, snag one. If you've got questions, 996 turb. You know, whatever. Reach out. There's a bunch of resources with these cars. Like I'm saying, man, get them. This type of stuff isn't gonna last much longer, and you want to be grandfathered in case they don't want to issue tabs for gas-powered cars or whatever. I probably never get that bad, but buy one of these things, man. Just buy a cool car, enjoy it. Don't be a jabroni. Have a good weekend, everybody. Later.